Hey, Riesen here with Jon Lancaster Toyota and a 2014 Toyota Tundra Double Cab. I got an SR5 truck, and I'm showing the redesign for the 2014 model year. This is an SR5 with a 4.6 liter V8. Wow, you know, the outside probably we're going to take a little bit of heat because they're like, geez, you didn't completely redesign the thing from the ground up. You know, we really have a nice truck. I'm not sure that it needed to be redesigned from the ground up. Sure, there's no turbo V6 and there's no V25, but the 4.6 liter V8 that we have and the 5.7 that we have are great engines. They're great for towing, they're great in reliability, and they're fine in fuel economy. No, they don't get 30, but, you know, respectfully, I'm going to take some heat for this, but dude, it's a pickup truck. Did you want the thing to haul and tow with? Or were you looking for a Prius? Because I've got those and they got 50 miles per gallon. Inside this truck is wonderful. I think whether you're using this truck to work and you know, maybe you're going to take the seats in the back of it and you're going to flip them up and you're going to make this thing all cargo. Great. Look at that floor. It's flat. There's a lot of space. The seats are up and out of the way. And if you need them, you just grab the handle, flop them down, and you're good to go. We changed the interior colors and I think they look great. This is the tan interior. It's got a really nice three-tone design. The fabric itself feels very dense, very durable. And the inserts look great. I think did a nice job back here. Cup holder in the back, of course. There's a 12-volt power outlet for charging if you're stuck in the back seat, but easily accessible from the front seat too. Looking around at the front, soft touch materials up on the doors, so it feels a lot nicer than we had in 2013, which was a little firm. Here, power windows and door locks, all the same. Big handle to grab with. You can get to it with your gloves on. An SR5's got a power driver's seat with lumbar. Again, great fabric design. Safety-wise, seat-mounted side airbag, curtain shield airbag, and knee airbag protecting the front impact. So, same as before. Great safety features. A couple additional features that we kept, of course. Power mirrors. These are the lights for the inside of the truck and the cargo bed. And then the ability to manually raise and lower your headlights still exists. I'm going to hop in the back and show the front, because they did a great job redesigning this interior. Nice modern look. Nice silver chrome lining around the vents. Glove box, of course. New center stack with a great new setup for the nav. And actually, I take that back. It's not nav, it's display audio. But it features Bluetooth hands-free phone. It'll pull your contacts in, allow you to voice dial. It'll read a text message out loud. Has HD radio, satellite radio. It has integrated weather and traffic information. It's really cool. But let me show you the steering wheel. I'll get to that nav in just a second. So it's kind of our corporate steering wheel. I know it's kind of an odd word, but this is what you see in a lot of Toyotas. It's a nice updated wheel. Silver accents on the side make it look great. But the 3D buttons, I think, are going to make it operate really, really nicely. And what I mean by 3D button is, you can tell that center button, the selector, as I go through the presets and things in the phone book, push down to select it. It's raised up. I don't have to look to know it's there. The volume button is finally separate, which I think is great. That's volume for the radio and for the phone. Separating it doesn't, I don't mix it up when I'm with changing radio stations. I think separating it made a lot of sense. The phone buttons are also raised up, so again, if I'm answering a call or denying a call, those raised buttons make life quite a bit easier. Talk switch to give it voice commands. Now, not only can I voice dial, but I can tell to change stations and do other things. But that voice command is all for giving the truck voice commands for radio and phone. The dashboard is redesigned, and I appreciate that redesign. 2013, we used amber gauge pods. They were fine. Remember, they were long tubes. You look down the tubes, they were fine. But this is a lot more modern. This is a really nice setup. In the center, there's a great big LCD screen. It's actually probably maybe it's LED backlit, but it looks great. The sun isn't bothering it, it's not washing it out. It's very easy to read. And the display button down here on the steering wheel, the display button lets me walk through fuel economy, temperature, distance to empty, average speed. So I'm just going to get a little closer and hit that button, but this is a really nice setup. It's got a cool Avalon-ish look in the sense that it shows the pickup truck. I think that was kind of cool. It's got average speed, doors that are open, outside temperature, settings to adjust the headlights, the beeps, so forth. Average fuel economy, current fuel economy, distance to empty, travel time. You get the idea. Nice instrumentation. Illumination I expect is white backlit. I'm not sure, I haven't seen in the dark yet, but it looks great. Cruise control. Wipers and headlights are all where they belong, and SR5 has fog lights, so the fog lights are on the stock where they belong. Belong meaning the Toyota way. Again, we're in an SR5, so we find an auto-dimming rearview mirror with a compass. We find HomeLink garage door programming. It's all here. A couple nice things to do on the dash. There's a non-skid pad right in the middle. Throw your cell phone up there, throw your keys. Things won't blow away and roll around while you're driving. And look how nice they did with the center stack. A little more chrome. Nice look. Chrome trimmed on the shifter. 2 power outlets in the USB port sit below the temperature control. And again, a little bit more use of chrome here, so everything looks very nice. Temperature is now single zone. It was dual zone in 2013. I'm okay with that. I'm not sure that it was that big of a deal. In 2013, when I showed the dual zone climate control, people were like, that's great. But it wasn't. I don't feel like it made anybody's life, change. So I think we're okay here. 4-wheel drive indicator is a little different. We just turn the knob to select 4-wheel drive. Still different design compared to what we did in 2013. And the console is redesigned. There's a spot on top to hold stuff from sliding around. Previously it was just a big square box. And looking down into the hole, forgive me while I climb around here. Just a massive hole. It's huge. You probably put a 24-pack of Coors in there if that's your thing. And while I'm up, take a look at those seats. Did a great job here. Adding some style and color to the seats. I like it a lot. Now, this thing is amazing. So I've already paired my phone up to it. A couple things that it can do. I'm playing HD radio on 101.5. It brings over the album art. It actually comes digitally over the air. And HD radio, if you don't already know, HD is just expanded normal old FM radio. The difference is it's digital and it's CD quality audio, so it sounds a little bit nicer. But because it's digital, then they can bring things like album art. They can bring the call letters and allow us to tag things that we like on our iPhone or iPod. As I mentioned before, we have AM, FM, HD radio, and satellite radio. They're all standard here. Satellite is subscription based. That's the audio button. There's a home button which brings the radio back, and then this is really slick. I've got the radio, and then I've got my favorites from my phone. So I can voice dial on the steering wheel, but instead I can just push a button and make a phone call. The call's hands-free. There's a mic right above the driver's seat, so I think we'll have excellent audio performance from the system. And then the audio, of course, comes right over the car speakers. There's a couple apps. The apps are audio, it's the screen we saw previously, phone, and of course all my phone book contacts have come over as well as my call history. So I've got favorites, call history, contacts, and a dial pad. There's also that guy, text message icon, I'll get to that. Back to apps button. Messages, traffic, and weather. This is pretty slick. So it's actually showing me traffic flow around the truck right now. So obviously the dot is me. The blue are all the highways with good traffic. If I see red or yellow, it means traffic's going slow. Back to apps. Weather, as you expect. Current conditions. I can do major cities or other local cities I select, but we'll look at current, where the truck is currently. So it gives us humidity, wind direction and speed, and temperature, as well as how hot it really feels. And then you can do 3-day, 6 and 12-hour forecasts. Pretty slick. Again, this stuff is all standard. Everything that you see here is standard. So I'm going to go back to the home button. The home button is the one that shows me radio as well as my phone favorites. I'm going to fire a text message over to this thing from my cell phone. Let me show you what it does. So I've got my iPhone connected to the truck. My iPhone for the phone calls and for the audio. And of course I can stream audio. If I hit the mode button, or if I hit audio button, I can go to streaming audio, which is over the Bluetooth link. I could also USB in, but I won't. So I got a text message from me. I like to hear from me, so I'm going to have it read it.
The standard audio system in the new 2014 Toyota Tundra will read the text message to you over the stereo speakers.
How legit is that? Now, the reply portion of it is a bunch of messages that are preloaded. So the idea is that you've got a couple messages, you just hit the button and away you go. So back to audio. doing streaming, so I'm playing music wirelessly over the Bluetooth link. It's pulling over the album art as well as the title and artist information. I could also plug into the USB port and do the same. The difference is if I'm in the USB, my iPhone is charging, and it's a digital connection versus this is an analog connection, but still show me album art and everything, and I can control playback on the steering wheel. It's a pretty nice setup. So that's a look at the 2014 Tundra from the inside. I think Tundra did a great job with it. Nice redesign of the pickup. And I think we'll do well with it. This is Nate Riesen with Jon Lancaster Toyota. I got a couple Crew Max, including the 1794 and Platinums, arriving in about 2 weeks. I'll get those out there for you guys to see as well. If you have any questions, send me an email. Give me a phone call. Nate Riesen, Jon Lancaster Toyota. Make it a great day.